guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel, Issue4. Today we are building the Star Wars X-Wing Issue 4. So without further ado, let's crack on. Hello guys, how you doing? Hope you're all doing good. Yeah, we're on Issue 4, the Star Wars X-Wing. So let's just take a quick look through the mag. As you can see, the usual stuff what you get in these mags. Some interesting stuff. Now we've got a bit of a busy in this bit, even though it's a recap. But I remember doing this. This was a busy issue. This was. You got the Cockpit Base astromech droid R2, basically. Putting more parts on him. We've got completing the Cockpit Base, completing R2D2, as I just said, which I've already done. But I'm just going to recap this with you guys. Putting these little fiddly bits in, the lenses on R2's head, and then wickedly we're gonna test R2, so you'll see that today with the lights lighting up, which will be pretty cool. Yes, so we'll see the end result of R2. He's going to be fully built today, and then we've got completing the first laser cannon. That's going to be all built, which obviously is already built, but I'm going to show you what it's like with a finished product. And then that is what you get at the end of it, and we also test that today as well. So we're going to have some lights lighting up today, guys, and I'm just going to go through some tips as well when you get to this stage of building the laser cannons, which it's a good tip to look into, guys, and it does tell you that in the magazine, obviously, as you can see here. Right, first of all, guys, as you can see in the instructions here, it's saying complete the cockpit base. So right, what you have to do basically is, it was all screwing parts in, guys, as you can see. Just there, and there, and there. That was the side walls, and these have got L and R on there. So if you can see that in the camera, 2 seconds. Yeah, you can just about see that there, look. So you would have known what side to put them on the right or the left of the cockpit. And take the cockpit base stage 3, which is that, and then with the side frames, which are these, screw in with XW01 screws, which are there. Simple as that, guys, that was. And then once that was done, try and ignore that bit there. That's what you was left with in stage 4 of Star Wars the X-Wing. It was just a matter of screwing 4 screws in and putting these side panels, side frames onto the cockpit base, and that was the finished result. So that was a simple one, guys, for that part of the stage. So then we'll move on to the next instruction, which is completing the R2 build. There was a lot of little parts to do to the R2 here to build it, but obviously because he's already built, it's going to be a bit quicker doing it this way. As you can see, these are the parts you got to be building R2. This bit here is his body, which you can see here. And then basically you have to put like a pivot thing inside. This keeps, as you can see there. So that went through the centre of his body. Let's put that back on there. And then basically that moves his head, as you can see. So if you go through the instructions here, you can see that you're putting the leg on, his left leg, which is that one obviously. Attaching it to his body in number 5. And then you put like a little LED fitting mount, LED into his right leg, should I say. And then instruction 6, the LED fitted in his right leg in the previous issue. You put that on the with the LED mount, which you've got here in number 7, and that's how that would look. And then 8, as you can see on the top of his body, well, you can't see from here, but on the instruction there, on the, if that wasn't there, if you imagine that wasn't there, the back of his body, that's where the LED light is shining up into the dome of R2's head. And in his instruction 9, you put the back onto R2, so then you get obviously his body like that, and that's how it looks under the dome of his head in instruction 10. Obviously that bit would be sticking up, the spindle would be sticking out of his body, ready to put the dome on. This was the interesting bit, guys. Now instruction 11, you've got all these lenses here, which now are obviously attached to R2. You've got one there, You've got these little parts what was put on. You've even got that little fine piece there, that little glass. You can't really see that on the camera, but it's there. And you've got these 3 lenses here. That was fiddly, guys, and be careful when doing that, because if you lose them in your carpet or on the floor somewhere, you probably ain't going to find them, so be very careful doing that, guys. Just take your time. And as I've just previously said to you, this is 12 to 17. The instructions of putting the lenses in R2's head, which I've just said all over down there. This is where you put them in. And if I remember right, I did put a tad of glue because you don't want these dropping off. If you do, you're going to lose them. And the last instruction here on this page, 17, that's where he was putting the dome of R2's head on the top of his body. And so on with number 18, 19. And then this was the fun bit. This is where we test the lights to see if they work. So I've turned the lights off just for a second so you obviously can see R2's lights working. Fingers crossed. It's been a while. There you go. And there you have. Just got to get that. There you go. R2's lights working on the dome of his head. Do you know what? I forgot how cool that looked. And you've got some at the back as well. Let's just twist that around. Like so. And that is R2 done. As you can see, all the lights work. This is just like a little battery pack, and you've got the 2 pins on here, and obviously the electric's going to go through to the plate on his foot, and obviously the LED lights there, which we just looked previously on the previous page, and then it goes up into the dome of his head, and that's what's lighting up the lenses on R2's head. Just another tip here, guys, you can black out that in there, just don't go on the lenses, and then it stops light bleed basically, and that makes it look a lot better, because you did tend to get a bit of light bleed, which was a bit annoying, and it wasn't as bright as it could have been. But as you could see by that, just looked pretty cool. Right, let's put R2 over there, because that's him done. And that would be for R2 then on stage 4. He's all built, all done. As you can see by this page, this is just showing you what we've just already done. Putting the cover on his right leg, attaching it, and then basically saying if you've got any issues where it's not lighting up, just try messing with the plates in his foot. But as you can see, guys, everything was fine with our R2, so he's all cool. I'm going to sit him up there out the way. And then we went on to completing the first laser cannon. As you can see, this is the completed first laser cannon. It's a bit hard to get it in shot because it's actually attached to the wing, which you will see in future issues. There it is. There's the laser cannon, all done. And what I can do is I built another laser cannon, which is going to be for the other part of the wing. I might be able to show you that a bit better actually, because it's not attached to the wing yet. I've not got that far with that. But as you can see, this has got like a different tubing on the gun because it's a different gun. I think it could be on the top or the bottom of the wing. But basically, that is a completed laser cannon. It's a bit awkward to put this on shot as well as show the instructions, so bear with me. Basically, all you was doing with this instruction in stage 4 to complete the first laser cannon is you was going to get this bit of the cannon. You'd have to take this off the barrel, basically remove the barrel assembly, then take off the front cap, which is there, and take off the rear cap, which is there, and then separate the generator housing, which you can see just there. And then what you had to do is you had to put a fibre optic LED, which was very thin, from roughly there, inside there. I know it's a bit awkward, guys, but you will see me build these again on the other 2 wings further down the line, so you will see this process being done. But as you can see there, look, put the fibre optic in there, and then let's just turn the instruction page over. Oh, and another tip before we go any further, as you can see, you'd put the fibre optic in there, but it is best, guys, to paint inside here black. Just black paint, kiddies paint, as long as it's pitch black, to stop light bleed, or else you're going to get light coming out the cracks here. And then what you did then, you've got to imagine the LED strip is all through there then, and it's going to go up the barrel. And as you can see there, let's get the fact there, it comes right up to the end of the cannon. Just trying that, there you go, trying to get that focused in. So that's all down the barrel there and through here. And then what you have to do then, once you've got all that fed through right to the end, is basically reattach the cannon to the laser gun here. And then this was a bit fiddly, guys. Let me just pull this around here a minute. There we go. Basically putting these bits in, it was doable, obviously. It wasn't too hard, but it was just fiddly bits. Like you had to put those, you can see the join there, put those together. And then once you've done all that, really there's not much more to say about the cannon that you can already see, really. If you look at these instructions, you're just basically putting these together onto the barrel, which just push on, and then you put this like what's called the flashback suppressor over the tip of the cannon. It just feeds down there, as you can see in instruction 19. And then this little thing which I showed you just, that is the clear emitter which goes at the end of the cannon. Just try not to let it focus in properly. There we go. There we go, just there. And then that was the cannon laser done. It is laser cannon, if you want to be picky, guys. But that would be the finished result. As you can see, looks pretty cool. And then what we did then is we tested it the same as we did R2, just to see if it lit up at the end. So let's go on and do that. As you can see, guys, it lights up the end of the cannon. I think the batteries are dying on these batteries. I've got to test it, but you can see it's pretty effective. So that lights up all up the LED strip. And if I just pull that around there, you can see lighting up in there. And this is what I meant here, guys. If you didn't paint that, that would have a lot of light bleed, but there it looks cool, because that looks just where obviously the laser cannon's lighting up to shoot, obviously. But all that had to be painted, because if not, let me just put the light on a sec. So all in there would have to be painted, because if not, that was going to have a lot of light bleed, and you wouldn't have got as much light and going up the barrel of the laser cannon as you do now. Let's just have one more look. There you go. As you can see. And you got that there lighting up. And that is the laser cannon fully done. And that's how it looks when it's lit up. Just try and twist that round. There you go. And sorry about the bird in the background again. I should have put a blanket over him, but hey ho, we've got through it. Guys, that is it for issue 4 of Star Wars Build the X-Wing. Today we've completed R2, we've done a laser cannon, and we've finished the cockpit build. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Please subscribe, like, comment down below. Feel free to share the video. If you are subscribed, thanks a lot. If not, please subscribe and support me on this journey. And I'll see you in the next one. See ya.